Hey, Bo, in September, you mentioned that you were kind of in the process in recruiting of trying to figure out, personnel-wise, defensively, how you move into the Big Ten and how what you're doing now translates. Are you any further along in sort of, have the last 2 months, showed you anything about where you have to go or if you can stay, the way you are right now?
Well, it's an interesting question because, part of that is, some of it is I'm not quite sure what some of those teams in the Big Ten, like, what the challenges are going to be. I think in a couple areas, I think this year, we're probably playing a little smaller than we probably will in the future. But that's more of a personnel and now, a here and now type thing. Really with regards to our personnel. And I think that'll change a little bit. I think you're going to see that our strengths next year as a defense will probably be a little bit different. And you just got to. I believe this as a coach. You recruit good football players, and then you find a way to get those best football players on the field. Some of that is obviously you have to take into account who you're playing. Some of it also is you have to be able to find your guys what they do well and make sure you find a way to get your best players out on the field. So there's a little bit of all that going on, but yeah, will it influence recruiting a little bit? Yes. Our numbers will change a little bit.
You guys have been hurt more this year by the run game than you did last year. Has that affected you're thinking a little bit in recruiting about going forward?
Oh no, not at all. Because it's not like the things that have happened for us in the run game are more. Some of it is philosophical. Some of it is. I'll put it this way: you understand what the strengths and weaknesses are of every defense, what you're trying to accomplish in the game plan, and what you want to take away. Sometimes you're willing to give up a little bit more of a run to offset other things. But I don't think it's really a personnel issue. Some of it is just we've had some experience, especially at the linebacker position and such, where we misfit some things. So that's really not a concern. Do I think because I'll put it this way: I don't think we've been out physicaled. We hold up front well and all those things. Most of the things that have happened has been either tackling or really some misassignments, misfits, that type of thing. And I thought we've gotten better in those regards because we've gotten more experienced.
Sue got all the attention from last year, but you lose Dillard, O'Hanlon, and Asante, who are really good tacklers. You look back at last year and not to put down this year's guys at all, but you look back and miss those guys' tackling ability a little bit?
Oh yeah, we knew going in you're going to miss that some, and those were three pretty key guys, especially, you look back, Matt O'Hanlon was a really good tackler, Dillard did a good job, and it's not really the physical ability of people to do it, but it's being experienced. You look like at the first year with those guys, that was a house of horrors a little bit, when they were just learning what to do, and some of it is, some of our young guys, inexperienced guys, they're growing into their positions. I think they're getting better, but it doesn't happen overnight, and I see development going on there, and some things that are on the surface that people don't realize that, you watch a film that, that wasn't like teams like we've given some things, we've done some things where we just haven't executed well, and when we're executing well, we're pretty good. But we're still a work in progress in some areas.